Chapter 34 of Deuteronomy marks the culmination of the Israelites' journey. It is a significant chapter. It brings the story of Moses to a close. It sets the stage for the Israelites' entry into the Promised Land. The chapter opens with Moses' ascent of Mount Nebo. God has commanded him to climb the mountain. From its peak, Moses will see the land promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is a bittersweet moment for Moses. He has led the Israelites for 40 years. Now he will only be able to see the Promised Land from afar. The narrative then shifts to Moses' death and burial. His passing is shrouded in mystery. God himself buries Moses. No one knows his final resting place. This emphasizes Moses' unique relationship with God. It also underscores the magnitude of his passing. Despite the sorrow, there is a sense of hope. Joshua is chosen as Moses' successor. God assures Joshua of his presence and support. This transition signals a new era for the Israelites. They are ready to enter the Promised Land under Joshua's leadership. God leads Moses to Mount Nebo. He shows him the land he has promised to the Israelites. The text describes the land in detail: Gilead, all of Naphtali, the land of Ephraim and Manasseh, all the land of Judah as far as the western sea, the Negev and the Jordan Valley. This is the fulfillment of God's promise to Abraham. It is a land flowing with milk and honey, a symbol of abundance and prosperity. For Moses, this view is bittersweet. He can see the land, but he cannot enter it. This is because of his disobedience at Meribah. There he struck the rock twice to bring forth water, defying God's command. Despite his disappointment, Moses accepts God's judgment. He understands the importance of obedience. He knows that God will be with the Israelites as they enter the Promised Land. This scene underscores the faithfulness of God. He keeps his promises. Even though Moses cannot enter the land, he is granted a glimpse of its splendor. After seeing the Promised Land, Moses dies on Mount Nebo. He is 120 years old, but the text notes that his eye was not dim, nor his natural force abated. This suggests that Moses died with strength and vitality, a testament to God's blessing. The circumstances surrounding Moses' death and burial are unique. Deuteronomy states that God buried Moses in a valley in Moab, but no man knows of his sepulchre unto this day. This mysterious burial further elevates Moses' status. It emphasizes his special relationship with God. The lack of a known burial site also serves a theological purpose. It prevents the Israelites from venerating Moses' tomb. God wants their focus to remain on him, the one true God, and not on any human leader, no matter how great. Moses' death marks the end of an era. He was the greatest prophet Israel had ever known. He led them out of slavery in Egypt, mediated the covenant with God, and guided them to the very edge of the Promised Land. Even before Moses' death, God had prepared Joshua to lead the Israelites. Joshua had served as Moses' aide. He had witnessed God's power firsthand. He had proven himself to be a capable leader. God reassures Joshua, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." This assurance is crucial for Joshua. He faces the daunting task of leading the Israelites into the Promised Land. He must conquer powerful enemies and establish a new nation. God's promise gives him the strength and courage he needs to face these challenges. The transition from Moses to Joshua signifies God's faithfulness. He raises up new leaders to carry on his work. The Israelites are in good hands with Joshua. They are ready to enter a new chapter in their history. Moses is revered as the greatest prophet in Judaism. He is also a significant figure in Christianity and Islam. His life and leadership offer timeless lessons. Moses teaches us about the importance of faith and obedience. Despite facing numerous obstacles, he remained faithful to God's call. He led the Israelites out of slavery and into a covenant relationship with God. Moses also embodies the qualities of a great leader: humility, courage, and perseverance. He faced opposition from both the Egyptians and his own people. He never gave up on God's vision for Israel. His life serves as a reminder that God can work through ordinary people to accomplish extraordinary things. Moses was a shepherd who became a prophet, a liberator, and a lawgiver, and his story inspires us to trust in God's plan for our lives. Are you ready for the next chapter? Just click here to go straight to it.